guys, good Friday evening to you. We made it. We finally made it. It is Friday. It is good to see you. And of course, it's good to be seen by you. I am Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver. Welcome to the show. And I hope you're having a good one. I could be having a better one, but now that I'm hanging out here with you guys, it is copacetic. We had a lot of fun last night. We had a guest on last night. We had the one and only Pat Kilbane on. We talked about his film, The Dreams in Gary's Basement, which you should absolutely positively go watch. If you've been waiting for a documentary that walks that line between the history of Dungeons and Dragons and the at least as good as we're going to get history of the man himself, then absolutely positively go watch it. I give it 2 thumbs up, and that's only because I only have 2 thumbs, or else I would give it more. So we had a lot of fun last night talking with Pat about that. And tonight, in just a little bit, in just a few, we're going to be playing some Gamma World. That's right. We're going to be Gamma Worlding, as it were. But anyway, yes, I'm a pure strain human. That is correct, Yang. I want to warn you guys about next week. Fortunately, I don't believe I have any guests scheduled for next week, which is probably a good thing because I don't know what next week is going to be like. I was ordered to go and do my civic duty, and I have dodged that bullet thrice now, but I think they finally got me. And I must discharge my obligation to the state. I hope I go in and we sit down and they're like, we don't need you. Goodbye. So, yeah, it is what it is. I don't want to do it. And if I could figure out an entirely ethical and legal way to get out of it, I would do so. Please don't get on me about how it's my responsibility and I have to and blah 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 and the other. I don't want to do it, and because it is what it is, who knows, we could end up being there all night, start at 8 and not come home until whenever. So I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, could walk in, we don't need you, go home. But that's not what the automated phone call I got said. But anyhow, Yang, if there's something that you're aware of that I am not, please let me know. Anyhow. And because of our transportation situation, that sweet $15 a day is going to go right into the hands of Uber. But Bill, you can just take the bus. I'd rather be dragged under the bus than ride in it. But anyway, let's talk about positive things. Let's just focus on positive things, and let's just move on. The Great Underground Online Gaming Convention 3 is upon us. Well, it's not upon us. It's the registration is upon us. So what you got to do is you want to go to Warhorn. Let me bring that up. You want to go to Warhorn and you want to register. Everything should be automatically set for the anyone who wants to join. There's a link right there in the conversation. You should just be able to go and sign up and you're in. And of course, there's a Discord for just the convention. It's not my Discord. I mean, it is my Discord, but it's not the regular Discord that people hang out in. It is just for the online convention. So you're going to want to sign up. You can set up a game. You can not set up a game. You can just participate in games when they're put in the game grid, and they will be put in the game grid. If you are having problems getting signed up, please let me know. Doomsword is working on a document again this year. They changed things around. They shifted stuff around on Warhorn, so getting everything signed up is not precisely the way it was last year. So the questions you might have, I will do my best to answer. One thing I can tell you about it, one thing I'm just gonna say, I have mulled over this over the course of the last couple of days. Last year, I got a ton of swag from Jack Photon to give away. Many people, when I contacted them, claimed their stuff. Many other people I never heard from. I sent out a lot of emails. So here's the thing. It's been a year. Nobody has said a word. It's going back in the prize drawing. That is how it is. It's going back in the prize drawing. And if you have been sitting around going, oh, I'll email Bell someday, and you haven't, what can I say? I'm sorry. You might get drawn for something different. Maybe you were waiting for it to come back around. I'm not going to give away the one that you won. I know. I thought I gave it to you already. Doomsword. But no, I promise you, it's sitting right here. That's a different matter. But anyhow, so yes, there will be prize drawings, and I'm going to talk to our sponsors from last year. And hopefully our sponsors from last year will join. Of course, we're Frog Dog Games and Hellebard Games. Now, funny thing about Hellebard Games, they're the ones that this live stream is brought to you by. That's right. Hellebard Games makes the kind of adventures they'd like to play, whether it's for 5th edition, for Castles and Crusades, or for the OSR. Old School is in play at the table with Hellebard Games, and you can find them on DriveThruRPG or on their website, hellebardgames.com, and they are linked in the description below. We like us some Hellebard Games around here. So if you've never been to a virtual convention, it's a lot of fun. You can meet a lot. It's just like a real convention, except, you don't have to drive anywhere. You don't have to fly anywhere. You don't have to sleep in a hotel and get bed bugs and Legionnaire's disease. You can do that in the comfort of your own home. So I hope you'll consider going to the con. The link, again, is just up in the chat. You can find it there over on Warhorn. Sign up. Join us. That we'll have merch. I'll be sharing the merch links. So it's going to be good. It's going to be enjoyable, and I hope you guys will all be there. Listen, we've got an artist alley coming Saturday. Richard Witters is going to be there. Tracy Lesh is going to be there. That is the Saturday of the con, not tomorrow, Saturday. And honestly, it is worth the money. All right, so now that I have preached about that, what do you guys want to do tonight? Oh, right, Gamma World. That's right. Ha ha ha. So let us bring in our Gamma World players. Tall Aaron says, technically RPGs, my book was inspired by Gamma World. Would you like to give some books away? Aaron, that is an exceptionally generous offer. What I tell you what, email me, and we'll talk about it. The short answer is yes. The long answer is yes. No, the long answer is let's figure out the most convenient way to do it. But that is a thing that can happen. But anyway, I'm going to put my headphones on here. And let's welcome our Gamma World players into the stage. Everybody say hello to the irradiated superhero himself, Rex Dashington, played by Yang Yan Zhao.
Good evening.
He is probably sane, and he's definitely a badass. Everybody say hello to Doomsword Deathmaster, is probably sane.
What's up?
Kevin is playing Doe Black Ray, me.
Hello.
And it is Friday, but we're already all the way to Monday. Everybody welcome Kennick as Monday.
Evening, peeps.
Okay, so last time you guys had helped some heretofore cryonically frozen and some unfrozen folks achieve their mission of reaching the Warden as it hangs in space dock around Gamma World. So, as I recall, Rex Dashington had asked about the possibility of his wife and kid receiving some treatment on the ship. Yes?
Most certainly.
Okay. While they are looking into that, because the mission commander is currently he's being restructured, he's being rebuilt by the one of the many advanced hospitals on the ship, one of the many advanced med bays rather on the ship, as are many of his crew members. So is there anything in particular? I'm sorry, what?
Can I jump in and get some healing there too?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. You guys have gotten shot up a little bit. So yeah, basically they had installation-based med packs. It's like a healing couch. So any healing you guys need, they will be more than happy to give to you. You get your blood scrubbed, you get just about anything taken care of that you need.
I have this weird growth that I need to you guys to take a look at.
Yeah, that's
Rex turns away before Doe can pull his pants down.
He's got an angry inch.
Yeah.
That's gonna cost you hit points, not recover you hit points. All right. So while you are there on the Warden, waiting for Mission Commander and his right-hand mutant Birdie to finish up in the med bays, the area where you're at is huge. In fact, some of the other crew members there, the ones that were originally mutinying, I almost said mutating, mutinying, but had come back into the fold, advise you to not wander off. One of them comments that that there's 308 kilometers of main corridor on this ship, ancillary corridors, about triple that amount. So please stay put, if you will. But is there anything that you guys wish to do in the auspices of the med offices.
Oh, I'm gonna take anything that they're willing to give me.
Yeah, about that. They're kind of assiduous about keeping track of all the tech. They tell you bluntly that while the ship does have onboard manufacturing capabilities and so on, there are resources that are finite. They will gladly give you each a full med pack, but until or unless they know what things are going to be like when they launch, they can't really just hand stuff out like candy.
Well, that's understandable. But anything you can spare would be very, very grateful for it.
I take Monday's med pack.
No, they said
Thank you so much.
Each. You get one too. You don't get to take mine as well.
Okay, here's 1 and 2. Okay, perfect.
I have
Okay.
two med packs. So
You said 2, not also. So
all right. So unless you guys want to do something specific, as time passes,
I have a question.
yes, I have an answer.
Okay, so we know this thing's about, what did you say it was? About 2 kilometers long. We found that from approaching it.
It's about 8 kilometers long.
Okay, right, 8 kilometers long. Whereabouts did we dock? I assume we like docked and went through an airlock and stuff like that. Was that toward the middle of the ship?
It was it is actually a flat-ended cylinder, and you are on one of the flat ends.
Right. Okay. Right. So we're basically right at the edge, and so the medical quarters is right next to that. Basically, is my assumption.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to lay of the land. Thank you.
And yeah, one of them comments that this is literally just an emergency medical intake facility. This is not like a mainline hospital. This is where like an emergency shuttle might have to fly to, and where someone could receive immediate medical treatment. The rest of the ship is basically everything is in storage lockdown. We just kept these prepped for orbital workers and so on while the ship was under construction. We never imagined in 1,000 years that they would be utilized like this, and that Earth would be, she gestures out one of the windows like that. So anyway, you guys, you just kind of enjoy being in a place where the air doesn't smell like dust and machine oil, and everything is mechanical, and at the same time, nothing is trying to kill you.
Right, but we're just basically staying put in the waiting room, emergency room, or whatever. That's been our instruction, correct?
Yeah, again, it's entirely up to you guys if you want to heed them or not heed them, as the case may be. But after some time, if you do elect to stay put, you're all in your common area. Yang, is Rex still in his powered armor?
I imagine it would have made that healing couch very uncomfortable, so he probably stowed it somewhere, wherever the armor stowing place is.
There was ample open floor in the hangar for you to just park it and stop using battery.
Yeah, then there.
All right. So anyway, discussing, mulling over what it is you're going to do next. A hatch, a door opens, not a hatch, a door opens and a fellow walks out, and he's bald as a cue ball. He's smiling, just beaming. And like there is a woman likewise with them. They're wearing like these white smocks, kind of pajama sort of things. He walks up and says, "Well, good to see you again, my friends. I trust you haven't been uncomfortable here."
Again, huh? So this what they done to you?
Yes, once the horrible genetic corruption caused by that nuclear weapon was cleaned from my system, it was a simple matter of readjusting my body's metabolism and excising adipose tissue. Of course, I had to have my heart synthetically strengthened in a couple of places. Spending a decade in that condition is very, very, very rough on one's circulatory system. And of course, you've already met Miss Birdwell. And the woman steps up and smiles and says, "It's good to see you all again. Thank you for your kindness."
Yeah, good to see you too.
Yeah. Yeah, she can listen. She doesn't look like she's 150 years old now.
And they got some kind of suits around here or something, like regular clothes.
Oh, of course. Yes, we can absolutely arrange something. There's many comfortable garments from the ship stores. We would be more than happy to give you. You've absolutely positively earned it, and I think a tour of the Warden is in order.
That would be
Ms. Birdwell and I would be honored if you would be our guests before we set sail for the stars in an attempt to find either a new home for humanity or a way to heal our planet of birth.
Hey, so a question.
Yes.
Do they have like means on this ship to get back to Earth? Like, say somebody just wanted to hop in some kind of thing and fly back down to the planet. They got that kind of stuff.
Oh, from here, from orbit, absolutely. There's I haven't had a chance to look, but I do know that the space dock had at least a couple of orbital shuttles, and the one that brought us here.
Right. And another question I got for you.
Yes.
Was anyone ever here? Was this place occupied before? Everybody dead? Nobody was ever here?
Oh, no. I see what you're asking. Well, that goes into a bit of the design of the ship. And he walks over. There's this black, flat section of wall. And he walks over and holds his thumb to the corner, and it springs alive with a wire frame of neon colors. And he starts working his fingers along, and he's like, let me just, yes, here we are. So, and he's using his fingertip and motioning at different clusters of wireframe, and they all slide out of the way until there's just a central cylinder with many bumps and protrusions in it. The core system of the Warden was built first, and this is where we installed all of the cryonics bays. You see, the crew has been here since a couple of years before the cataclysm that wrecked the planet. They've all been in perfect hibernation. Before I even came out here, I monitored the systems, and there has been not a single loss of cryonic integrity. The entire crew, some 15,000, are in perfect hibernation.
Kind of sounds like Rex's family.
Yeah, so you mean you could just wake these people up, like right now, and they just go about their business?
Oh no. I see what you're saying. Once we finish up our matters here in orbit, we will begin a journey. The main ion drives will be activated. The ship will, once it's past Luna, accelerate faster and faster at 1G constantly until we reach the edge of the solar system. At that point, we will be moving at a significant percentage of the speed of light itself. And yet still, for the destination where we're heading, it will require transit sleep. Mrs. Birdwell, the rest of the crew members will then enter cryonic sleep as well. Automated systems set into the navigational cybernetics will wake us up when the ship goes through its braking maneuvers and we achieve orbit around our destination world. And at that point, the crew will go about their business, and some will stay here on the ship, some will journey down to the planet below, and we will make essentially it will become a space station until such time as we ascertain what we can do for Earth, whether it's to slowly but surely bring those who wish to come to the new world on another similar journey. It will be a laborious process, but ultimately one that will see humanity not only regain her footing, but gain a foothold amongst the stars.
Yeah, so basically what you're saying, if I got it right, is you freeze yourself because it's going to take so damn long.
Exactly. We just the current estimate, given all things nominal, we predict about a loss of perhaps 10% of drive efficiency during acceleration. So one way, 308 years.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, that's a long
I'm sorry?
Yeah, man, that's like Earth speak for I ain't doing that.
I'm just kind of
no, Mr. Sane. I can assure you, neither myself nor anyone else amongst the crew were putting upon you to join us on this journey. And even if you were, I would give you the option, any of you, the option to remain awake. The amenities in the ship would be fully activated and at your disposal. Although, if only one of you came, it would be a rather lonely journey for the rest of your lives.
I'm just wondering, you mentioned staying awake. Wouldn't it be recommendable to have a number of people stay awake? You know, the world has changed and robots just aren't as reliable as they once were. I mean, you could look at the moon or at Disney or at any number of former office buildings in large cities. They seem to want to kill people. And I'm just thinking, if everyone's asleep, that will make it much easier for them.
No, I understand what you're saying. The ship with its anti-tampering systems on board has remained hermetically sealed until Game Master slip up. The ship itself has remained hermetically sealed since the last construction crews and shakedown crews left some months prior to the cataclysm. This ship has been as quiet and undisturbed since the day we left it. He even kind of chuckles and pulls out a stylus of some kind out of his shirt pocket and says, I even found this on the desk where I left it when I was last on the ship. Can you believe that?
Well, if there's no one that's moving around, Why would it go anywhere?
Exactly so. At any rate, to address your concerns, there are many emergency systems, multiple redundancies built into the ship. If for any reason a portion of the crew, or indeed the entire crew, needs to be woken up, the emergency systems will very quickly bring them back around. Just minutes it takes. It's not like waking up from a long sleep. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the cryonic process, but it's just simply as though you are paused, and then you come around very quickly.
Well, it sounds efficient, at least.
Most indeed it is. So, while I understand your reluctance to join us on this journey to the stars again, as asked, we'll have something from the wardrobe for you all made up. And I see, yes, the request for medical packs. Of course, we have given those as best we can.
Yes.
So, my friends, will you have dinner with me and take a tour on the ship with us?
Very much so. It would be my pleasure.
Yeah, so what kind of dinner are we talking about anyway? I mean, everything here, man, all this stuff is made. What kind of food they got on this place? Was it they make that too? Some robotic mumbo jumbo?
I can assure you, Mr. Sane, that anything prepared on the ship is absolutely 100% identical to the best gourmet food of old Earth. And it is protein based. It is there is no there are no ersatz ingredients in this. There will be, during the journey, of course, we have hydroponics labs, and we've got a couple of fair-sized lakes where there will be fish, generations of fish, freshwater shrimp, and that sort of thing, that can be seeded on a world, or should some of the crew awaken, they can enjoy some of those themselves, but that's for them. So
Go is going to pull out a chort and say, "Do you have these?"
he laughs and says, "Monaural chorts. I didn't realize they still made these." And he looks at he peers at the label and goes, "Oh, good Lord, they don't.
They do not."
He delicately hands it back to you and says, "Well, and Mrs. Birdwell speaks up at that point. She says, "The desserts are excellent. I'm sure we can find something for the sweet tooth that's perhaps a little better than that."
Better tasting or better for me? Because I don't really care so much about better for me.
She laughs and says, "Both."
Oh, well, then I'm pleased.
Okay. So yeah, they've invited you to dine with them. And then later explore the ship. The other two attendants are like, "Well, if we're going to be taking a tour of the ship, the best view is going to be from the transit system, which is, it's still in place, Commander. It will be deconstructed during the flight, but I think Miss Robinette and I will go give it a quick shakedown and make sure. It shouldn't take us more than 15 or 20 minutes to get up there and make sure everything's in good order." So they depart. What do you guys wish to do?
Find the armory.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Well, there's corridors everywhere, and the mission commander and Ms. Birdwell are just kind of standing there.
I'll ask if they have a console to tell us where things are.
Oh yes. Even the best trained crew can get lost in this maze of corridors and parks and buildings and everything like that. He walks back over to the panel and just swipes his hands together. All the information disappears, and he touches it a couple of times. And please, come over.
Okay, I'll come over and uncomfortably look over his shoulder.
Okay. Well, I mean, you don't have to. This thing is like, it's like a 27-inch panel on the wall.
Oh, okay. I do it anyway.
You will find these mounted on bulkheads throughout the ship. I would say, last count, what was it, Mrs. Birdwell? There's something like 9,200 of them, 9,203, Mission Commander, 9,203 of these things mounted throughout the ship. You can stop, just hold your thumb here, and it will bring up the main menu, and then you can tap here, and then here, and then here for directions. And if for whatever reason you find yourself away, you can press and hold. You need to get in touch with us, and you're away from us, rather. You can press and hold here, and it will bring up communications. As this is currently the only place on the ship that is active, barring the central transit system, which is going to be brought online for our motor tour, if you will. Then just hold it down and select docking medbay 104 from the menu, and then I'll be myself or Mrs. Birdwell will let you know. But please, let's get a bite to eat.
Sounds good.
I'll wait for them to lead.
All right.
And I'll start eating a chort just because.
Man, them things ain't gone yet.
Well, we got a lot of them.
Crumb hits the floor, which, I mean, they're lard pastry, so crumbs are hitting the floor. You hear this faint whir, and you look down, and like a crumb just kind of disappears off to the right.
I'm so damn sick and tired of smelling them freaking things.
Hey, this
man. Ugh.
All right, so he leads you to a large gallery. There are tables and chairs arranged. There is a huge window, floor to ceiling. It has to be 4 meters tall, and it is looking out into a space. The illumination from within, you can see outside. There are lights. You are basically looking into a gargantuan structure. Things just kind of fade into the distance. It says, this might just be the galley for a docking bay hospital, but it actually affords one of the better views from within the warden. You can see the entirety of the inner spindle. Once it's underway, the hydroponic systems will kick into high gear, as it were. And over there, if you can see, there's some spots of brown, and then there you can kind of see some white circles. That'll be park. That's where the lakes will fill. It will be wonderful. So please, if you will touch the spot on the table in front of you, you can punch up for whatever you wish to eat.
All right, have a look at the menu.
Yep.
Like, what do they got? I don't even know what. Probably none of this stuff is. I'm
you have
scrounging in the desert.
There's pictures for everything, and Some of it you actually recognize from Disney. Like
Okay.
Soups, there's cuts of meat, there's piles of potatoes covered in some kind of sauce, there's glasses of drinks, all sorts of stuff.
I just want the biggest piece of meat they got.
Well, okay, there's a pretty good sized steak you can get.
All right, yeah, that and something to drink. You know, like something similar to what this guy had given me. That gave me that nice buzz, some wine or whatever.
Yeah, there's nothing like that on the menu. There are some liquids that look like it, so you can take your take your chances with that as you like.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll get something. I'll get something red or purple or something.
Okay. Anything else? What about Do-Re-Mi?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for something that's very crispy. Particularly something that flies. I don't know. I'll ask. Hey, is there some kind of flying stuff that I can eat? Because I fight them an awful lot, and I'm quite tired of them. And it would make me feel better.
Of course, the chicken is quite good.
Okay, then I'll order the chicken. It's got to be crispy though. Is it crispy?
Yes. Let me just. He kind of leans over and maneuvers the screen in front of you, and
I very carefully watch what he puts so I can put it back again if I need to.
Give me a D10 roll.
Okay. The unexpected D10 roll. Let's see. Yep, that's a D100. Clear.
Yeah, I think I can do math. So
okay, I got a 1.
Okay, yeah. He opens up something called a children's menu and orders you chicken fingers, fries, mac and cheese, and grapes.
Also, do you have any purple drink?
Oh, of course. He taps another icon.
Okay, I'm gonna carefully watch because this is gonna be the menu I'm gonna order from.
Okay. Hey, yep. Wheeling Dragon. All right. You sit there and make pleasant conversation. It's wonderful. Then your food is brought out. It is steaming and hot and delicious and damn near perfect. He leans for who's eating first, rather. Let me ask that.
Rex will chow down.
All right. He leans forward and watches you carefully and then laughs and says, "That's right. Have another bite." Birdwell elbows him in the ribs. I'm sorry. It's my sense of humor. I apologize.
Yeah, I got a pretty sweet sense of humor too. You know what I'm saying?
I pull out my vibroblade and I put it on the table. I'm like, yeah, I don't really have that big of a sense of humor.
Now, it was a joke. I promise you.
Was it? I'm watching Rex closely to see if something's wrong with them.
What did Rex order?
Well, Rex, he wanted to make sure he could fight, so he ordered the club sandwich with a Kolar drink.
Okay, well, your club sandwich and Kolar drink are perfect.
I think once he takes the drink, he'll start coughing it up and say, "It burns. I forgot the bubbles."
I'll have some fruit juice out. How's your steak? Probably sane.
I pull the vibroblade a little closer to me.
All right. But your mac and cheese is arranged in a little smiley face on your plate there.
Yeah, I actually was kind of concerned it might attack me. So that was a little bit disconcerting, but it looks like it's inert or it's dead or whatever.
Yes, the smiling face is not attacking you. And the purple drink that they bring you, probably sane, is It is very sweet. You get no buzz from it, but it is quite delicious.
Excellent.
All right, so you finish your meal, and he says, "Well, I haven't heard from our two engineers yet about having the central transit system ready, but I'm sure they'll be reaching out to us anytime now and let us know when that it's essentially it's basically a freeway. We can control the speed and lanes of the vehicles. Oh, I'm sorry, was that before your time? Was that before the cataclysm? There is a multi-laned road system that runs around the inner length of the hull that was used to transport construction materials from one end to the other without having to go outside the ship to move them. And that transit system is left in place, but it'll be closed down once the ship moves out of dock.
Can we get a car of our own to explore the area?
Oh, of course, yes. We're going to head up to the transit ring when you folks are ready, and we can drive the length of the ship, and you can see some of the structures and so on. And then when we arrive back here, probably Sane and anyone else who wants them, we'll have. I think it's literally the least I can do is provide you with some fresh, clean ship's uniform. You can all shower up, and we'll provide whatever we can to get your to get your bubble car working back down on Earth before we leave orbit.
That sounds good. Is there a chance that you might have a couple of sets of extra power armor that we could have?
I am reluctant to send back weapons. The Warden's primary mission was always meant to be peaceful.
It's defensive.
Young lady, a power armor suit is a very, very potent weapon. But we can discuss, and right about then, his spiel is cut off, and there is a klaxon. The mission commander runs over to a panel and touches the wall and says, "What's wrong? What's going on out there?" And you hear the voice of one of the engineers say, We were attacked on the transit system. Carlson is wounded. Please help us." He grips the arms of his chair and stands up and says, I don't know what this is. I don't know what's happened.
Man, just get out there and fight. I stand there for a second and chew on my steak a little bit.
Okay. Fortunately, it was when everyone's meals were done. So I'm not a monster, you know.
I chew on the bone.
Kill you, but I don't want to deny your good meal. So, are you guys going to intervene, or are you just going to, hey, this sounds like a you problem, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm going there at least. So
we'll help.
Okay.
You didn't ask me or who else has or Doe if we had taken off our armor. Was our armor different in the sense that it's more nimble and we can walk around with it, or are we just all in like
it is more nimble and
basically
you can walk around in it? It's still power armor. It's I guess it's a difference between like what you would have probably Sane would be like, think about just like basic Iron Man armor, and then what Rex Dashington wears is more like that Japanese sci-fi power armor that I've shown pictures of, the Kao Yokoyama SF3D kind of suits. So it's still kind of bulky.
Sure, but nothing ridiculous. Like I could have taken off my helmet or whatever and sat and ate some food or something. Right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's just you kind of hinge it back and can sit there and carry on conversations. But you're also not that far because, again, it is an emergency hospital meant to tend the any injured that are brought in. So Rex, you're maybe 10 minutes from being able to get to your suit and back.
I think he's just going to go on with the group.
Okay. All right. So the mission commander is running ahead of you, but he tells Mrs. Birdwell, remain here. I'm going to need you to operate medical systems in case there's wounded. And she said, yes, Commander. So you move down the corridor. He stops, rapidly types in something on the display panel that you guys had passed before, and kind of popping out of it, you all kind of jump back a little bit. He does not. Sort of popping out of it in 3 dimensions. It's sort of this ghostly image, and he kind of nudges it around with his finger and then zooms in, and you can see the 2 engineers. One of them is she's clutching her arm. They're both ducked down behind a metal wall, and occasionally there's an energy blast that just kind of causes the whole zoomed in close-up picture of them to ripple. And he touches another button and says, we're on our way. The fellow just kind of looks up in the general direction of the scanner and nods. Alrighty, so you go through a series of confusing twists and turns, up a couple of lifts, but you finally come out. You're maybe 100 meters away. You can hear the occasional mule of blaster bolts as they splash on metal. It's very familiar to you. He said, all right, my friends. He unlimbers his own laser pistol and says, this way then.
All right, we follow.
All right.
I take my vibroblade and put it away and pull out my laser pistol.
Okay. Just so we're clear, Rex Dashington and Monday are not in armor. Probably Sane is. Kevin is Do-Re-Mi in his armor.
Yes. He
Okay.
doesn't take it off unless he absolutely has to.
You must have some interesting chafing.
Yeah. Well, I've adjusted. It's let's call it a mutant ability that was naturally attributed.
Okay. All right. So as you guys are headed in that general direction, there's a hail of inaccurate laser and blaster fire. You guys kind of duck your heads down a little bit, but it's splashing. It's like, blistering panels and melting plastic and that sort of thing. You
I'm
approach.
gonna pull my energy cloak around me.
Okay. You approach the two engineers there on the landing, and just as you do, you catch sight of a 4-wheeled vehicle that appears to be crudely painted in yellow, and it is predominantly blue, and it's got yellow and white stripes on it. And it looks like a combination of things that make absolute sense for this level of technology and things that make no sense whatsoever that appear to be cobbled out of junk. But bolted to the top of it is just very simply a light bar of rotating and flashing lights. From inside the thing, you hear a metallic voice shout, "Witness the Knight Rider Bronze!" And then it speeds off.
Okay. That was a weirdo. He speeds off away from us or towards us?
He speeds off away from you.
Okay.
And the mission commander rushes over and he's tending to the engineer's injury, while the other one says, we came up here and we unlimbered one of the ground cars, and we began our shakedown drive, and not exactly that one, but something similar to it, with high pitched klaxons and rotating lights pulled in behind us. It started yelling something about main force patrol, and that we were to pull over. It didn't track with any of the security systems that are automated on the ship. I tried to yell to it what or who the designation of the android was, and it said it was Mad Mex, and then opened fire. We turned around and headed back. There's our ground vehicle there, but we saw more than one of them. They all left off the chase except for that weird thing that came after us. But we can't have those things loose in the ship and jeopardize the entire warden.
Yeah, well, what are we supposed to do about this?
Well, the mission commander is helping the engineer to her feet and tells the other engineer, all right, Carson, take her back to the med bay. Miss Birdwell is already there. Get that ARB scene too. And he turns to you and says, given how many he indicated that there were, I'm afraid I have to ask your assistance again. If there's malfunctioning security bots on board on the transit system, would you please help me help the warden's mission and shut these down? I will be once again in your debt.
No one listens to Rex about robots. All right, Warden. We'll help you out. Or we'll help the Warden out.
He's peering into the distance where the vehicle. He said, well, this transit system, it's got a few branches here and there, but it essentially loops back here. That thing or those things could be back in minutes.
Do you have the ability to track them?
Let me see. We'd have to go to Traffic Control Central, but the shortest route there is on the transit system. It's about 3 kilometers in that direction, actually, curving back in the other way.
Well, I need to go get my armor first. This looks like it's going to take a little work, so you'll have to excuse me for a few minutes.
Very
you guys want to come with me and we'll grab Monday's armor?
I'm staying here. I'm not staying here by myself with waiting for a bunch of errant security bots to.
Nah, I'll take cover. I'm good.
Yeah, I'll go and get my armor too.
I'll stay with probably just in case.
Sure. What could go wrong with splitting the party?
Yeah.
Well, technically, you're splitting it.
You're not following your commander.
Man, you ain't my commander.
I recruited you.
My commander's dead. You're the clone. You can't even command your wife and kid. Come on, man.
I retained the title. Don't be jealous Steve didn't promote you.
I'm pretty damn jealous.
All right, so Rex, give me a D10 roll there, if you would, Yang. Do you have any intelligence bonus?
Well, I used to, but now it's 15. I don't know if I get a bonus for that.
Let's see. Anyone have the rule book handy? Want to check that out? Let me see. Oh, let's look at creating characters here. So a 15 intelligence. No, 15 is the bottom end. You do not get a bonus.
So it's a
All
bone
right.
use instead of a bonus.
Pretty much.
All right, so Rex, you get turned around, and it takes you quite a while to find your way to a panel. Were you paying attention, Rex, when the touch panel was being shown to you? Because
Yeah, totally.
Me saying. All right, you're able to work out through the panel, and it takes you twice the amount of time. So it's about 20 minutes it takes you to get back, but nothing untoward happens. So here comes Rex stomping along. And I just want to point out, you are about halfway on battery.
All right.
Hey, I bet we can get a new battery for you here too while we're at it.
All right.
Oh.
The mission commander indicates the ground car and says, the controls are very, very simple. If you just watch me when I drive, should heaven forfend something happen to me, you'll be able at the very least to get back here.
I guess Doe is shotgun, huh? So we can learn.
All right. Give me a D10 roll there, Kevin.
Okay. Mod within, or you're going to do the mod?
Yeah, you can go ahead and mod if you want.
Okay. -3.
Yeah, this is, you're like, the bubble car moves in 3 dimensions. This is literally like, turn these 2 levers, it goes to the left, turn them that way, it goes to the right, push them forward to go faster, pull back to full stop. You know.
Is it possible that I could potentially get this bound up where it's sideways in the hallway and can't move? Or is the hallway just too big?
It's not a hallway. It is literally open to the sky in the inside the warden.
Oh, okay. So it's
yeah.
Okay.
The transit system is basically a suspended road that runs around the inner middle perimeter of the warden, lengthwise, not around the circumference, but the length.
I understand. Yeah. So it's like Dallas, but rational. Okay.
I'll take your word for that.
Okay. Yeah. I'll. Where are we going again?
You guys are going to traffic control.
Right. Is there like some kind of tooling in this vehicle to tell me where that is? Or do I recall based on looking at the sheets before?
This vehicle is very, very, very simplistic. It does not have like the navigation systems that you're used to. It's about as smart as that clapped out turbine car that you guys drove to North Carolina back like a few months ago.
Okay. Well,
except designed to not have too many gauges other than showing like charge left and travel distance.
Okay. Did we passed this travel place, or we did not?
No, you haven't yet.
Okay,
You're driving there.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to the travel place and assume that I'm pointing the right direction, I guess.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
I'll follow the road.
He's driving. He was literally just showing you the controls.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's okay.
I'm used to driving. Sorry. Sure.
And rather than being like some complex building, traffic control is literally, he pulls off to the side and there is a stand of computer terminals.
Oh.
Are they like all on lunch break or whatever?
No, it's traffic control, not construction control. So he hops.
This is a entity that's ran by public or private entity. I suspect this must be private because the public would definitely have that issue.
Yeah. All right. So he fiddles around with one of the consoles and says, "This is very strange. If you could all come here."
I'll wander over.
All right. He pulls up what is presumably a map of the transit system. He points at a series of triangles on the map, all kind of clustered together. There's 7 of them. These are all prime movers, like the one that we traveled here in. They're all just they're sitting around this one spot. They're supposed to be evenly distributed around the perimeter of the transit system for anyone to use. There's 8 in total, and 7 of them are up at the bow. I suspect the errant security androids have gathered them there for some reason. I can keep you informed of their movements if they're trying to spring an ambush on you or something from here. Unfortunately, there's nothing in the vehicles to really give me any indication. Would you please go check it out?
Oh, so you're sending us now? I was wondering because you're like, I can keep you, blah blah blah. Right, so we're going. You're staying.
I promise you, I'm of much better use behind a computer console than I am with a gun out there. I don't have a suit of armor.
Man, whatever. I gotta check your junk out.
Well, call us if you need us. If something starts sneaking up on you.
All right. And he looks at you, Doremi, and says, you understand the principles of handling the vehicle, yes?
Yeah, I probably could drive this without my hands. I may even try that, thinking about it.
All right. So you head out on the open road. There are periodically light fixtures over the road. It's fairly dark in the ship, which, kind of makes sense because there's nobody really out there. You go for a few kilometers cruising along, and you hear over a communication system that must be built into this thing. I think you're about to have company on your right. And you glance over, and there's a prime mover, and it is just as illogically decorated as the other one was, but in a different way. The back end of it is raised up. Something has been put in it which is causing periodic flames to blast out the back. There is a metal endoskeleton synth standing up, and it turns its photoreceptors at you, raises a microphone to its mouth, and over loudhailers built into the thing says, in this grating metallic voice, says, "I only want the gasoline. Just walk away."
Rex will respond, Senor Loco Mexicano, por favor. Why are you doing this?
Let's see. Probably saying you can see this thing bringing a large bore weapon of some kind to bear at Rex. You may act first.
Yeah, well, I suppose I'm out to bail my commander out again and take a shot at this thing. with the laser rifle.
Kabuki's got it. The Ayatollah of Robotola. Okay. Then you can take a shot. That is
Nice.
Yeah, that's a hit. Nice little hit there. Roll your damage.
20.
20. Okay, so you see your bolt hit this thing. There's like this rainbow shimmer around it. It's got a shield, and yeah, it will. It is trying to draw a bead on Rex Dashington. Rex, what are you doing?
He will sigh heavily at Probably's need to shoot everything, and then he'll shoot. He'll shoot after.
Okay. Raimi.
I'm going to. I'm assuming I'm driving, so I don't have a free hand. I'm going to attempt not to be hit by steering.
Okay. And Kennek, what about Monday?
She is going to shoot as well, her laser rifle.
Why are you going to shoot your laser rifle? What did it do to you? Let's roll initiative.
Using my laser rifle to shoot. Is that better?
Yang, roll initiative, please.
Alrighty.
All right. That should be easy to beat.
Good night, Wheeling Dragon.
Oh.
Okay. He fires that hand cannon directly at you, Rex. It will hit you. And it turns out it's just a laser pistol. Like everything else on this, it's just ridiculously arrayed somehow. So that's 16. You see your shield indicator drop precipitously low. You get that warning buzz in your helmet. And you guys may return fire.
Alrighty. Oh.
That will not hit.
Okay.
A 13. It's a class 13, is it not?
I believe
If
so.
it was the laser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me see. That almost certainly hit him. Yes, you did hit him.
Okay. And 14 points.
Okay. You see this shield flicker and shut down because this is all in the same round, and you do some melting damage to him. Kevin,
Evasive maneuvers for me.
I'm sorry.
Evasive maneuvers.
Evasive maneuvers. Okay, yes. we're gonna engage some car wars here. Roll a d6.
Okay.
And what is your dex, please?
It's 14. So no bonuses of any kind.
No buenos. Okay.
Hey, a 6. I don't know if that's good or bad.
A 6. Let's see. And he is trying to sort of drive himself at your car. So let's see. That is a 6 and a 4. Actually, it may be a 2 dice thing, but I don't know. We're just going with that. So
okay.
All right, you managed to swerve slightly out of the way as he is trying to ram you. Climbing up out of the other side, you guys see another similar. Imagine like a Terminator's endoskeleton, but it is festooned with what you presume are synthetic feathers and daubs of garish paint and so on. and it is whirling something on the end of a cable. So it's a new round. Probably Sane, what are you doing?
I'm firing again.
Are you firing on the one who shot at Rex, or are you firing on the one that has just popped up?
Yeah, the one that fired at Rex.
All right. Go ahead and roll your 2 hit, please. A 13 is going to hit. Roll and damage.
13.
Okay. Again, you see the kind of a rainbow splash of the shield as it flickers, as it takes the blast. Probably Sane and Monday, you guys are going to shoot. Kev, is Do Re Mi going to continue to evade?
Yeah, it's the best thing I can do at this point without killing us.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. And Dooms, roll initiative for the side, please.
All right. Nice.
All right. He goes first. Who are you shooting at there, Rex?
I will shoot at the one who shot at me.
Okay. A 17 will hit. And that was 13.
13.
Okay, yeah, you see kind of a spark as your beam does a little bit of melting damage. Monday, go ahead and roll your 2 hit.
Yep, and I'm going to go after the same one that we've been targeting all along.
All right. That ain't going to do anything. All right, so let's see. Roll a d6 if you would there, Kevin.
Got it. A 6.
Okay, that is a good roll.
Good.
A 14. Let's see. Let me see. Where is it? That is not sufficient. He swerves at you and you manage to swerve away. In the meanwhile, we have some returning fire. First of all, the guy whirling the thing on the cable, it strikes the metal of the road in front of you and he jerks it back. Sparks fly up. Probably saying you kind of, you're like that so fast you can like matrix mode things a little bit, and you can see this is like a grappling hook of some kind that he was trying to get on the car. Meanwhile, the bot Humongous, he fires at Rex Dashington and misses. All right. So, yeah. New round. Probably saying you're going to shoot again.
Yes, sir.
Roll your 2 hits, sir.
That's not going to hit.
Not sufficient. That is not sufficient. Okay. I'm guessing we're kind of keeping the same thing. Kevin's trying not to get run off the road by it, and probably Sane and Monday are blasting at this guy, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, let's roll initiative. And Kevin, roll a d6 for us for initiative, please.
No.
It is tied, so all this is going to be simultaneous, but Rex and Monday, take your shots first. That is a hit from Rex Dashington.
Oh.
How
13
many was
again.
that? 13. Okay. Monday, take your shot. That is a hit. Roll some damage.
Oh, that's only 2. Let me redo it.
Sure thing.
There we go. 5. 18.
Okay, and yeah, you see the shield drop down completely, and another spark as you damage him. He bellows out over the speakers mounted to this thing. I offer you safe passage through this wasteland. And he fires at you, Rex, obviously not offering you any kind of safe passage through this wasteland. A 12, your armor class, is it 2 or is it 3?
2.
It is 2. Okay. And that what was that last roll of mine? Hang on a second. All right,
12?
that is, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, just saying you rolled 12.
All right, that is going to hit you. And that is 22. So you actually take 2 points of damage.
All right.
Let's see. Yes, I think it's time that I reached for this. All right, Kevin.
Sweet.
Wait, is this an actual Car Wars box, or is this just a couple of catalogs? Damn it, it's just the catalogs and some counters in here.
Yeah, that's mostly what Car Wars was, right? Just catalogs with some counters.
Kind of.
All right, let's see here. Hold on a second.
I could pull out my old Apple II and we could start playing some Auto Duel, if that helps.
Or Spy versus Spy.
Better prepared, but let me see here. I thought I was ready for this, and then I had my there it is. It was hiding behind another Steve Jackson game. All right. We're not going to worry about drift and that sort of thing. This is just literally for maneuvers and proof positive that you can adapt anything to just about anything else. Yeah, I dumped some of those counters out. There's like ogre counters in there and everything else. You know, like everybody kept their Steve Jackson games back in the day. So let's look at maneuvers.
You could use Tractics too, like the original guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have those, so...
I don't know why I keep drinking this. Sprite plus grape does not taste good. Just to let you guys know.
Okay, fair
But
enough.
orange juice and Sprite tastes very good.
I keep drinking it, though, for some stupid reason.
You need to put some vodka in there.
Yeah, I don't know if that would
everything
fix
tastes
this. I could probably pour furniture polish in this and make it taste better. It's really bad.
All right, let's keep rolling a D6. Kevin, roll a D6.
Okay. Let's do it. It's already in the queue. 4.
All right, it is a tie. That is a 19. He rams you.
Oh, that bastard. Meddlesome meddler.
Okay. Roll a D20.
All right. Man, I wish I need to make my dice bigger. 14.
And what is your dex?
It is 14.
All right, you just managed to maintain control. That, like, you're headed towards the guardrail, which you think the thing is designed to take an impact, but over the guardrail is down into the hull of the ship, and you know this thing is a few kilometers in diameter, and you're halfway up. So
it'd be almost like the train.
Yeah,
without the water.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do my best to avoid hitting the guardrail.
Okay, the other fellow, who you now can see is wearing some kind of a cap made of leather with a faux fur strip down the middle. The other robot yells something about something to the effect of you can't escape the Ayatollah of Robotola, and he throws the on the cable, and it skips along behind your vehicle again. Okay, new round. Probably Sade, you blasting on this fool?
Yeah, rock a rolla.
All right, do it.
Oof.
And I'm guessing we're kind of keeping the cadence there. Monday firing and Rex Dashington firing.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Roll a d6 then, and it is Kennick. It is your turn to roll initiative.
Nice.
I got a 3. You guys got a 5.
Yes.
Blast on this fool. A 10 with a class 13, and he is whatever class is. Come on. That is going to hit.
Oh, 14. Nice.
14. Okay. Take your shot there, Rex Dashington. Wait, was that Rex's roll earlier, and now it was
Yeah, that was Rex's roll
Okay, I'm
earlier,
sorry.
and then
all
mine's a 3.
right, that
so
is a
I'm
miss.
assuming I miss.
And he takes a shot at you there. Actually, he's shifting his fire, and he's shooting at Do-Re-Mi.
That son of a bitch.
Anything I want. What a wonderful philosophy you have. Okay, you're not sure why he said that at random, but that melts a section of floor in front of you.
Nice.
Oh, wouldn't it be son of a bolt?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what was that, Kenneth?
Wouldn't that be son of a bolt?
Son of a bolt, yes. Okay, you guys are just blasting right along, and you're now seeing you're starting to come into a gradual curve in front of you, and it sort of banks up a little bit as it makes that turn. Let's see. Probably saying, have you got one more shot left and then reload?
Yep, absolutely.
All right, take your shot.
Weapon class 13.
13 with a 7. You will hit. And again, you're shooting at Humongo Bot, right?
Yeah, same guy.
All right.
15.
What did you roll? You rolled a 7. I don't know that hit. That's what I'm saying. So 13.
Okay, well then it wouldn't even matter.
Yes, it did. It did not hit. Sorry. All right, let's roll initiative, and we're back up to Rex Dashington. Roll initiative. That's a 4. That's a 3.
Ooh.
Well, Kevin, this is going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me. That's 17 points of damage. Brat.
Okay, so
What's your armor take?
I take half of that, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, okay. And the rest of it goes up to 25 hit points. Okay, so I'm good.
Yes. Okay. Counter fire from you guys. Oh, wait, I got to roll grapple guy. Clang! You look over next to you, probably Sane, and there is a grapple and a steel cable. And you hear a grinding sound. You don't think this guy's not pulling it, but you can see the cable starting to play back in.
He's got us hooked up.
I
got to reload.
I'm hitting the
Vibroblade
accelerator
it.
to the floor. I'm flooring it.
Vibroblade it.
Okay.
Can I vibroblade it? I don't think I can. It's in
You're
front of the car.
driving. Yeah. At the speed you're going, and you guys are starting to come into that banking turn. You're not going to be vibroblading anything. So Rex, what are you doing?
He's gonna shoot.
All right, roll your 2 hit. A 10 on a 13 in this guy's armor class. That will hit.
Hey, there we go. 19.
19. Okay, yeah. You see the shield shimmer and fade precipitously. Monday, what are you doing?
I don't think I have the dexterity to be able to get over there to vibroblade the cable, so I'm gonna shoot.
Well, I mean, it's like a meter. If you want to attack the cable, you can.
Yeah, I will with the vibroblade.
All right. Go ahead and make your 2-hit roll. I know what this thing's armor class is. A 6. And what class is a vibroblade, anyone?
It is a class 5.
5, I believe.
All
Yeah.
right, so yeah, unfortunately there's no calculus where that gets it. So you cut into the roof next to it, but you don't actually hit it. Kevin, roll a d6.
All right. Get out of the way. I got a 5.
All right, this guy's got a pretty steep number too. All right, so he jerks the wheel, and do you feel the car jerk and begin to slide? But he is also attached to you, so let's see.
He's cracking the whip.
Yeah, so he's kind of pulling you up as you guys are banking. You're being pulled up, and you can see the curve is coming around the other side as you go. So you guys are about halfway through the curve. You're not fully in control of the vehicle, but at least you can keep it straight so you don't flip out. Probably saying you were reloading last round, or you're reloading in this round?
It was last round.
Okay, so you're reloaded. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna shoot this guy.
This guy,
the guy that's got us hooked up.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and roll it.
Ugh.
That will not hit. You're kind of thrashing around too much. Monday, you're going to continue to try and attack the cable?
Yeah, I'm gonna go after the cable.
All right. How about Rex?
I think Rex is going to shoot at the guy that probably was shooting at.
Okay. And I think Dooms, it is your turn for initiative, please. He shoots at Doremi and misses. You guys can take him under fire, or take whoever under fire. So roll your 2 hit there, Rex Dashington, on the cable guy. That will hit him. And how much is that? That is
14.
He has clearly not got a shield, because that just like, you just see the all that coherent light just melt a hole in his metal carapace. Monday, you going to attack the cable again?
I am. Another 9.
No. Last time it was a 6. This time it's
okay. It's a 9.
Let's see. So that is a 9. Let's see. And what? I'm sorry. What did we say the vibroblade was? I'm sorry. I've got
Class
it right.
5.
Class 5.
5. Yeah, I've got it literally right under this chart I'm looking at. So 5, 9. Yeah, you can't bring your blade down on it.
Okay. I'll
Um,
keep at it.
roll a d6 there, Kevin.
All right. That's tied.
It is tied. Okay. All right, you are managing to keep the car straight and kind of pull you both, even though you're dragging up into the further and further up as you're starting to come through the curve there. Let's see. Next round, probably Sane, Cable Guy, or Lord Humongous.
Yeah, cable guy.
All right. That will not hit. Rex is shooting it. Are you shooting at Cable Guy again?
Cable guy, yeah.
All right.
We don't like our cable here.
All right. Let's roll initiative. And I think it was Kevin, were you rolling initiative for us this time? I think so.
Yes, it's me.
All right. Anderson, that's me.
That's tied again.
That is tied again. Okay. And 11, your armor class is what there, Kev?
Assuming nothing changes, it's 2. I mean, I'm sitting in a seat. I don't know if that changes anything.
It does not change anything.
Okay.
Ouch. 27.
Ooh.
All right. That's terrible.
All right.
I like it less than I
Damn.
did before.
And inexplicably, despite the fact that this is now some kind of, he's firing some kind of energy weapon, he snaps his hand and a cylinder rotates out and he's manually putting something in the cylinder. It's ridiculous. Hey, GM Grimlore, how are you? Stuff like dragons exist in Gamma World, Michael, but all right. So let's see. Let's have some return fire. 9
No
is
good.
get it. It's up to you, Monday.
Darn it.
You have jabbed so many holes in the car trying to cut that cable, but it's not giving way.
I'm going around the cable at this point. That
Yeah,
might be
exactly.
faster.
I'll just cut the sheet metal that the grapple hook is holding on to rather than the cable itself. Kevin, roll a d6.
All right. Roll a d6. And I get a 6.
Hey, that is a 6. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys are basically dragging each other up the road. You've slowed down considerably because of the fact that you're staying you're kind of staying on top of this. Probably Sane, take a shot.
All right. All right, come on. I've had 3, 3, 4, 3. No more of that. Weapon class 13.
That hit.
That does hit?
That does hit.
Sweet. About time. 21.
Good God. Okay, with the damage he took before, he goes flying backwards, and that is going to immediately require a all right. Well, this car the cable the cable guy stops winching and you guys separate very quickly. Kevin, roll a d10.
All right.
Rather a d20.
Okay. Ouch. 5.
All right, you fishtail, but you get it back under control. You can now stomp on the accelerator and go because You hear this thing spin and slam into a metal wall behind you.
Okay, I'll go unless I say, do you want us to slow down or you want to go?
We want
let's
to take out that
go.
other guy, or we going?
I'm assuming we're
Friends.
going. I'm hitting the gas.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
The electric charge or whatever the hell this is.
Yeah. Oof. They try and
Sure,
follow
there's more
you,
of 'em ahead.
and their vehicle flips. You just see get end over end. It goes launching over the side, and you hear a crunch somewhere down below.
Okay, well, that solved that problem.
Nice driving, pal.
I
Okay.
did my best.
I'm
Sorry it
listening
took so
for
long
the
to get away.
I'm listening for the explosion.
Well, it's a battery-powered vehicle. There's no explosion.
Darn.
Okay, so you come gliding out of the turn, and just as you do, Mission Commander gets on the radio and he says, "It's headed straight for you this time." You look up just in time to see another ridiculously modified vehicle. There are a few. All of them seem to have one bot each in them, except for the one that's in the front. Standing on the hood of it, armed with a crossbow, is a sort of a rusty chrome-skinned gynoid. And it gets on her PA system and says, "Enter the Thunderdome, Raggedy Man!" So you guys have got some closure. Probably saying, what do you want to do?
Yeah, is it within regular range, effective range on laser rifles, 300 meters?
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, well, we're shooting it in the mouth.
Okay, take your shot.
Weapon class 13.
Maybe. Nope, it's not a hit. So what is Rex Dashington doing?
Rex would actually like to shoot at the car and see if he can make that battery catch fire.
Okay, fair enough. Kevin, what about Do Re Mi? You're gonna just ram them head on?
Are we bigger than they are?
All the vehicles are the same size. They've just all been bulked up with, like, this thing looks vaguely like a prime mover, like the rusted out hulks of prime movers on Earth, but it only looks that way because it's had metal straps hooked desks to it so that it vaguely looks like a prime mover.
All right, I'm going to go straight at them and then turn it to last minute to not hit them head on.
All right. What about Probably Sane and Monday?
I already went.
I'm sorry. Rex Dashington and Monday. Are you Rex? You're shooting in the engine. What about Monday?
The leader, is it another robot, or does it seem to be like?
No, it's another robot. It has
okay.
It's just designed in a female humanoid form.
Okay, I will shoot.
It is
then.
very clearly a robot.
I'll just use my laser then.
It's singing something about not needing another hero. So Probably Sane, you already fired. Let's roll initiative, and I think we are to you, Kennick. Roll initiative, please. Party is almost certainly going to go first. The party is going to go first. Rex, roll your shot. A 16.
Nice.
Roll your damage, please. All right,
17.
yeah, you definitely there's this boom, and there's like smoke billowing out of the front of this thing. Monday, go ahead and take your shot.
Okay.
A 12 is going to hit. Roll your damage.
Okay.
All right, and that was at her, right? Not the vehicle?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
her.
yeah. She kind of recoils, and she is bringing a handheld crossbow to bear. She yells in a growly voice at you. But that shot goes wide because of the damage done to her by you. And she yells down at her driver, "Spin the wheel, raggedy man!" So, Kevin, Do-Re-Mi needs to roll his dex, please. You want your dex or less?
On a 20?
Yes, on a 20.
Okay. I did it.
You did it. Okay. You managed to swerve and keep driving. Whatever the robot controlling that thing is also manages to swerve and keep driving. The driver of the vehicle that she is standing on, yelling and shaking her metal fist at you, turns its head as you drive by, Kevin, and says over its public announcement system, "No matter where you go, there you are."
And he's right. He's right.
Okay.
It's right.
Looks like we've got a little bit more battle to do here. You guys are passed by a couple of other vehicles, but they don't seem to attack you. So the vehicles are now past each other. She is behind you. You guys are going ahead. You hear the screech of the neoprene poly rubber tires as they are stopping. Kevin, what is Do-Re-Mi doing? As you are driving, I'm going to ask you first.
I'm going to keep going straight to get away from those jerks.
Okay. And
I'm going to yell, "Jerks!" and shake my fist as I do it.
All right. Probably sane. What are you doing?
Is there time to stick the head out the window and with the laser rifle and take a shot? Or
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, I'd like to do that. This is the last shot in this magazine or whatever anyway, so
Okay.
May as well spend it up. Smoke them if you got them. All right, that should do it.
Or are you shooting at the vehicle?
Yeah, shooting at her, please.
Okay. Roll your damage.
That's a mere 19.
That is a mere 19, but she had taken a lot of damage. Yeah, you can't hear it because you guys are whirring away, but like she's trying to push herself upright. She's damaged, and she just says, "Ain't we a pair, raggedy mare?" Clink. She falls on the surface, and you are blasting up the throughway. You hear the mission commander say, "They all appear to have stopped." Oh wait, there's one coming in from the right. Look out. Kevin, give me a D6 roll.
All right.
Since you're driving.
I'm reloading.
4.
Nice.
Okay, you are completely aware of what's happening. Tall Aaron says, "Let's hope no one forgets where the brakes are, or they'll arrive on Earth far sooner than you expected." Just right out the side of the hull, right into orbit, right into Earth. Okay. Yeah, there is again, it's one of the service vehicles. It is completely covered in sheet metal that is black. There is an obvious android in there, but all around the lower portion of its cranial turret is like rusty. It almost looks like it's unshaven. It's clad in some kind of a black leather jacket, and it raises some hideous looking 2-barreled weapon to point in y'all's general direction. Probably saying, what are you doing?
Was there like a break in the action to where I would have had time to reload, or is it just like a continuous thing? And
it's been a full round. It's, you guys have left this one there.
Okay, well, I'm gonna shoot that guy. Hopefully before he brings his double-barreled weapon to bear.
All right, Zot. So Kevin, you just going to continue to drive offensively?
That's right. Yeah, I'm going to offend as many as I can.
All right, Rex, how about you and Monday?
Rex has to reload.
All right, Rex is reloading, and so what about Monday?
I am firing.
All
I'm gonna
right,
fire
let's
at the driver.
roll initiative, and that's back over to Rex.
Alrighty.
All right, it is tied. This thing's whatever hand cannon this thing's got roars as it lets off a blast at you. Those of you shooting, shoot.
Nice.
That's a hit.
Ooh.
That is a nice piece of damage. Okay, Rex, roll your 2-hit.
Oh, sorry, was muted there. I'm reloading this time.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're reloading. Okay. He cuts loose with a blast. And he absolutely zaps you there, Monday. And by zaps, I mean a shower of pellets. That is 17.
And I have my laser cloak protection on too. Dang it!
That was not energy.
I know.
There's an orange flash, a thunderclap, and 17 bee stings, and you're just like, "Ow!" He punched out all my blood.
Darn it!
Okay, yeah. This is, again, it's an inexplicable vehicle. There's like 2 cylindrical drums are on the back of this thing. It just it doesn't make any sense. All right, Rex, you are reloaded. Probably sane. Are you taking a shot?
Yep, may as well waste some more ammo. So can bait over here.
You have been snake bit. That is not snake bit. That is a hit. Roll your damage.
19 again.
Okay. Yeah, he is sparking and smoking, and one of his photoreceptors is kind of drifted down slightly, and he's looking over at you, and he's raising the gun up in your direction. Rex, what are you doing?
Now he's gonna shoot.
Okay. Kevin, do re mi, just driving.
Right. Yep.
And Monday, you taking a shot again?
I am.
Let's roll initiative, and it is now Doomsword's turn. That is for Rex, but that literally just the scattering of pellets just pings off your armor ineffectively. Counterattacks, please.
Rex.
Working on it. There we go. Oh, sorry. Well, it should have been the first one. Rolled twice.
Yeah, the angry whine of the pellets spinging off of you kind of make it hard to draw a bead on this guy.
And a 9.
And you're just in too damn much pain to draw a bead on this guy. All right, you guys can see he is doing something. He's like putting something. He's basically spending the next round reloading. So probably saying you're going to shoot him again.
Perfect time to shoot him again.
Do so. That will shoot him again. Roll some damage.
Nice.
All right, 23. A little better that time.
Okay, yeah. Like the leather clothing that was on its endoskeleton is on fire, It's it's melted, it's sizzling and popping. You can tell it's not too much longer for this world. Do Re Mi is driving. Monday shooting. Rex, you shooting?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Nobody's died yet, Michael. I kind of thought the Mad Mechs would get them, but it hasn't so far. All right, let's roll initiative. And Kevin, it is your turn. D6, please.
Okay. Nice.
I got a 1.
Damn it! I hate you, die.
He is reloading right now. So those of you shooting may shoot.
Ooh.
That is not going to hit.
Man.
That is going to hit.
Okay.
And that is 27 again. So yes, he just, you kind of hear this long, low sort of drawl come out. You want to get out of here alive? Talk to me. And then his vehicle just kind of careens back and forth. Give me a D20 roll there, Kevin. Don't roll terribly.
10 under 14, I'm assuming.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't get clipped by him as he kind of bangs between the safety rails and grinds to a stop. And the mission commander says, "That is the last of them, and I have locked out the safety and security bots controls now on the on the transit system."
Okay.
About time.
Do we go back? Since we
You're
got
almost all the way back around at this point.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll
So we
continue
basically
going.
are doing a giant donut inside this ship.
Nice.
Well, yeah,
Can
I mean it's 5 miles, then like
It's kind of like Hawaii
mile,
then.
and
is
then
what you're
5
saying.
miles. It's not a long drive.
Hey, Doe, why don't we make a quick stop by the armor on the way back? Just see what they have.
Okay.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'll say, vehicle, please take us to the nearest armorer, and I'm gonna look around.
It does not respond to you. Literally, there is a speaker for the communications and like a forward and reverse and direction indicator. That's
Like, insolent machine. Say, Rex, do you know where the armorer is?
Why
there
don't you
dire-
ask one of your
direction
wall
things?
screens?
Yeah.
I are there screens? I don't. There's not screens,
You
right?
you are driving past light fixtures hanging over the road, and occasionally there's little areas where you could pull a vehicle in off to the side, but you don't see any screens or anything like
Okay.
that.
Yep. I pretend to push buttons and say beep bop boop, and say it's not. Apparently, there's not one nearby.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and leave it off for there, guys. The adventurers have survived my Car Wars, Mad Max, Gamma World, and Metamorphosis Alpha mashup for the night. And I want to thank all my players for taking it in good fun. Thank you, Yang Yan Zhao, Doomsword, Kevin, and Sapphire for gaming tonight. And thank you, everyone, for watching this evening. I really appreciate it. And so we are going to be back next week, of course. I don't know what is, going to happen with jury duty. So maybe Monday night a show, maybe not. Hopefully, we'll have to see. But until then, guys, thank you all very much for being here tonight. Yes, that's right, Coolin. And whether you're out on the open road, whether you're traveling through a post-apocalypse waste, or regardless of what you're doing, guys, do keep your eyes peeled for those frightening owl bears. Peace. Good night. Love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the